Hi everyone! So today's video, I thought it might be quite nice to do like a sit down, chatty, get to know me type video. Now I have done like 50 facts about me and videos like my Q&A and stuff, but I thought it might be quite nice to answer some more obscure questions, like questions that you might not have asked, that I might not have answered, and yeah, just so you guys can get to know me a little bit better. Obviously before I start the video properly, I want to address the fact that I have red hair again. I can't tell you exactly why just yet, but I am excited to share the news with you soon, so do make sure that you like keep your eyes on my social channels for the announcement as to why I've gone back to red and why it is so incredibly bright, because I've only just had it done. So yes, anyway, let's get on with the video. So I've picked these questions off a random site, and I haven't actually read through them all properly yet, so I haven't planned any answers for them, so it's just going to be off the cuff, so I hope it's not too waffly and rubbish. So number one, do you go by a nickname? I have quite a few nicknames actually. First one is like my most predominant one is Soup, S-U-P-E, and it's what my dad calls me. So basically he thinks I'm super and shortens super to soup, which really doesn't make sense to anyone that isn't me, I guess. But yes, that's what he calls me. And then my boyfriend Jamie also calls me Soup, but soup is in the food, S-O-U-P. He calls me that. I think he's kind of picked that nickname up because my dad calls me Soup, but I'm also obsessed with soup. Like, I make soup all of the time, I eat soup all of the time, like I just love soup, so he has kind of adopted that nickname as well. Another nickname I have is Moo. A lot of my friends call me that, and my sister, and that's because Megsy Moo, and it's just been shortened down to Moo essentially. And then I also just have Megs, so they're my three kind of nicknames: Soup, Megs and Moo. Number two, when driving, do you listen to CDs, tapes, the radio, or nothing? I have a little KA and it has a CD player in it. It's quite old, so it doesn't even have an aux cable in it, so I do have to listen to CDs or the radio, but I have just got the iPhone 7 Plus, and the stereo on that phone is incredible, so I have been like just putting my phone on my dashboard and listening to music through that because it's such good quality as well. So CDs, radio and my iPhone. I don't know any cars that have tape players in them anymore, but mine doesn't. Number three, are you a window person or an aisle person? Now this depends what kind of transport you're talking about, because I hate flying, so I would always rather like have an aisle seat or a middle seat on a plane. I just don't like looking out of the window and seeing what's going on, like it just freaks me out. But then on a train, I would much rather have an aisle seat and like look out of the window and watch the world go by. So yeah, it depends what context. Number four, how do you relieve stress? Now, I am a really anxious person, so relieving stress for me isn't really a very easy thing and not something that I could really say that I do well. But one thing that I always do when I am stressed is have a bath, and I'm obsessed with Lush, so Lush products and a bath, that's like my kind of best remedy to relieve stress. And also I always drink chamomile tea when I'm feeling stressed as well. Number five, what's your favourite childhood TV show? This is such a difficult question because I loved TV when I was younger and I watched so many programmes, and I didn't just have one favourite, like I literally loved them all. So I loved the Rugrats, I loved the Simpsons, I loved Hey Arnold, I loved Arthur, Sister Sister, Sabrina the Teenage Witch, Kenan and Kel. There are so many that I loved. I loved the Moomins. I even loved the Clangers. Like, I just loved so many programmes when I was younger. I couldn't say one. Number six, when you were a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up? Now, even now, I've never known what I want to do. So I've never had real like big career ambitions. But when I've always done musical theatre and like singing and acting and dancing, and when I was much younger and I was at like a little theatre school, I was on a radio, like they did a radio interview with our stage school and I was on the radio, and they asked me what I wanted to be when I was older, and I said that I wanted to be a waitress on roller skates. That was my ambition when I was younger, so you know, I don't know why, but that's what I wanted to do. Number 7, what's the best prank you ever pulled off? Do you know, I've never really been a prankster. I don't think I could say a prank that I've ever pulled off. I'm a bit boring. Oh. If you could get back any article of clothing you once wore, what would it be? Now, do you know what? I wouldn't take back any of my clothes because my fashion choices when I was younger were really questionable, but I would get back my mum's clothes because everything that I love now was in fashion when she was younger, and we were the same size, and she sounded like she had like the most incredible wardrobe, and she threw it all away. Of course she did, because what do we do with clothes when we don't want them anymore? We throw them away. But I just wish she'd kept them all because they sound incredible, so I would take my mum's whole wardrobe is what I would do. If you could choose if you could hire any actor to portray you in a movie, who would you choose? Do you know what? I don't know any actresses that like look like me. I don't think I look like any actresses, but I really, really love as an actress Julianne Moore. I just think she's so beautiful and incredible, and just I love her. So I would be like obsessed with her if she could play me in a movie. If you could play any instrument, which would you play? I would definitely like to be able to play piano. I have tried to learn. I'm just not very good at like being able to play one thing with one hand and another with the other. Like I want to be able to play the same thing with both of my hands, which obviously doesn't make for a very good piano player, so I would like to learn that, and I think I will eventually, but that's the instrument that I'd like to play. If you could make any fictional character come to life, which would it be? I would really love Jack the Pumpkin King from Nightmare Before Christmas to be real. I love him, and that's my favourite film. I'm absolutely obsessed with it, so yes, Jack the Pumpkin King. Do you sleep with your closet doors open or closed? I'm assuming like closet that's American word, right? It's a wardrobe. Definitely closed. I literally can't stand doors being open or lights being on or like drawers open or anything like that. It freaks me out, and I have to check into my bed like every time I go to sleep. I just get freaked out about stuff like that. So yeah, definitely closed. Oh, I'm really sorry guys. The light is like wreaking havoc today. Basically, it's so sunny and the sun keeps going in and out behind the clouds, so I'm really sorry that the light keeps changing. Ugh, rubbish. Next question is, do you take the shampoos and conditioner bottles from hotels? Okay, so I'm going to be honest here and say that it really depends what the brand is. Like, I'm not just going to take random stuff, but I think my kind of thing with it normally is if I've used it, yes, I will take it. If I haven't used it but it is like a super lovely brand, then yes, I'll take it as well. that's so yes, I do take them. Next question, have you stolen a street sign before? No. No, I haven't. Do you sleep with your sheets tucked in or out? I don't, like, why would you sleep with your, do they mean like your duvet cover tucked into the sides? Like, how would you move if you were tucked in? No, definitely out, because I move around and wrap myself in the duvet and stuff, so definitely not tucked in. Would you rather be attacked by a big bear or a swarm of bees? Oh, that is a terrible question because I don't want to be attacked by either of those things. I think potentially a swarm of bees because I feel like they'd be easier to get away from than a bear. Yeah, swarm of bees. Next question, do you always smile for pictures? No, I think it really depends on the circumstances, but not all of the time, no. Next question, have you peed in the woods? Yes, I have peed in the woods. Needs must sometimes, guys. Next question, what size is your bed? It is a double. I do also have a super king size bed frame from my old house, but it won't fit in the house that I'm currently living in, so double at the moment. Potentially super king size if my next house can fit it in. What was the best concert you ever attended? I think the best gig that I've ever been to is probably Coldplay. Not that they're my absolute favourite music, but just in terms of putting on a show, Coldplay were incredible. Oh no, but Beyonce. Beyonce and Coldplay are both kind of out of this world in terms of being amazing performers, so those two were my top, I think. What is your song of the week? And I am going to put it out there and say Busted's new album is amazing. I was a Busted fan when I was younger, and I am still a Busted fan now, and if you haven't listened to their new album, I would suggest it, because they have a very different sound now they've got back together, and Charlie's voice is like, oh, glorious, just glorious. What's my favourite song on there? I think On What You're On, which is like their single that they've just brought out. Yeah, that's my song of the week. Do you still watch cartoons? I still watch The Simpsons every now and then, but I don't watch cartoons like all of the time, so no. When was the last time you wrote a letter to someone in paper? I haven't wrote a letter to someone in years. Like, I haven't written a physical letter, but I do write cards a lot, like saying thank you cards and birthday cards and things like that, but that's not really a letter, is it? And so I haven't done that for a really long time. How many languages can you speak? Sadly, I can only speak one language, which is this. I wish I could speak more languages. I would love to learn French and Italian, but I just am not very good at it. Next question is, do you believe in ghosts? Do you know, I've never actually given it that much thought. I don't think so. I don't think I believe in ghosts, but I don't want to say that I don't believe in ghosts and then something awful happen, like I start getting haunted or something. But no, I don't think I believe in ghosts. What was your first concert? My first concert was Spice Girls, and it was the first concert with, no, sorry, it was the last concert with Jerry in the band still. So you remember when Jerry left? Yeah, so I saw the last concert with Jerry still in it. So yes, Spice Girls were my first concert. Cheetos or Fritos? Like, obviously this is an American tag. I don't know what Fritos are, so I'm gonna go for Cheetos. Can you curl your tongue? I can roll my tongue, but I can't do the like rolly thing, no. Have you ever won a spelling bee? No, we don't do spelling bees in the UK. I have spelling tests, but there's not really a competition element to it. Well, there wasn't when I was at school anyway. Do you own a record player? I don't. I would love a record player though, actually, so I might get one of those for when I get my new house. Who would you like to see in concert? Who would I like to see in concert? I am gutted that I never got to see Michael Jackson, and I know I can't see him in concert, but I would have loved to have seen him. I'd really like to see the Drifters, actually. I don't know if any of you guys will know who the Drifters are, but I think that they'd be really good in concert. And a bit of a guilty pleasure, I would quite like to see Justin Bieber. Although I'm not sure if he'd be great. Have any of you guys been to see him? Because I'm not sure that he would be great in concert. I do quite like his music. So yeah, Bieber. Sugar cookies or snickerdoodles? I mean, what kind of name is that? Snickerdoodles? Is that a Snicker bar? What? We don't have snickerdoodles or sugar cookies in the UK, so I don't know the answer to that one. Can you swim well? I would say yes and no. Like, I can swim and I do like swimming, but I'm not a particularly strong swimmer. Like, I'm quite weak, so I can swim but not incredibly well, just average. I'm an average swimmer. Are you patient? No. I am the most impatient person ever. I really struggle with not being able to do things first time. Like, I want to be able to do something and do it well straight away, like, and waiting for people, and yeah, no, I'm really impatient. DJ or band at a wedding? I'm gonna say both. I think that a band would be so lovely to have your first dance to like start the evening off after like the food and stuff, but then I think later on in the evening, definitely a DJ. Like, I think a bit of both. Have you ever won a contest? Have I? I don't think so. I did enter a talent competition when I was in year 6, so I was like 12 or 11, and me and my friend Jodie at the time did Shania Twain's Man I Feel Like a Woman for a talent competition, but we didn't win. I don't think I have. I don't think I have ever won a contest, no. Next one, do you have kids? I don't have, well, this is a difficult question because I don't have children. I haven't bared any children yet, but Jamie does have a little boy, so I have a child in my life, yes. Last question, do you want kids? Obviously I have Jamie's little boy in my life already, but yes, I absolutely want to be pregnant and have a baby as well. Not for a while though, like a good while. I feel like I've just found a career like doing what I'm doing now. I've only just kind of got into it and I don't really want to put that on hold yet. So babies will be in the future, but they will definitely happen, yes. And that is everything. That was a really random tag, but I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and please do give this video the thumbs up if you enjoyed it. And if you have any more questions, maybe I'll do another Q&A soon. But yeah, that was fun to film, and I hope that you guys feel like you've got to know me a little bit better. And I will see you all soon for my next video. Bye!